Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. Unfortunately, I have some bad news in terms of uh, expectations, I guess. I know it happens every once in a while. I always feel bad about it. But, uh, Rob, I hope you're doing well out there, because no clue where you are. Um, but I don't want to make this like a negative thing. I just hope that he's doing well. So, with that in mind, I did kind of have to throw, I kind of had to throw together a scenario real quick. So we've landed on AP-8. That's Action Pack Scenario 8 from the first Action Pack, called A Bloody Harvest. As you can imagine from the timeline and everything that's always, well, has been going on since the start of this, it is in chronological order. So we are still in Germany versus Poland. And yeah, we should have just a presumably quick one. We'll see how it goes, really. This scenario is, as you can probably imagine, with the Germans versus Polish. It is the Germans on attack, so we haven't. We're not in some bizarro world where it's the Polish that are being aggressive. It is a full map, although honestly, I think they should crop this one, but I'll get into that shortly. And it's pretty simple. It doesn't involve the starter kit rules, so we do have concealment, as demonstrated by the Polish currently. So concealment is in effect. There's some trenches, there's a building objective, there's upper level floors, all that stuff. Now, speaking of special stuff and eventually the objectives, so we have a defending force of Polish troops. They can set up anywhere on hex row Y and north of it, north being to the right. They can also, or they must also set up at least 3 multi-man counters south of hex row V. So at least somebody has to be deployed forward rather than just having everybody in these stolen buildings, I guess. Frankly, I don't know why you would ever want to settle with like I don't know why you'd want to give the Germans a lot of space in this one. Feels like you should crowd them out, especially because of all of the grain that we're gonna see, or that we see. EC is dry. There's no wind at start. I am disappointed that the rules state that kindling attempts are not applicable or not available. I've never been a fan of that because, well, look, if I'm being honest, kindling is never a certainty. I think if I check the charts here, I think kindling in grain is still like an 8 or something. Where's kindle for grain? 10. You still need a 10 to kindle in grain. And there's no EC modifier in this one. Well, actually, sorry. It is dry, so I think it's a +1. So there is a mighty +1, which, like, okay, sure, +1. That's still not very much. Like, you still need a 9 or above in order to have something happen. So I'm not quite sure why that's a limitation. I'm sure there's people out there who have played this one, or perhaps played a similar scenario and have thought to themselves, well, I constantly get screwed over because I don't, like, my opponent just rolls really well whenever they're doing they're doing that, their kindling attempts, or you just don't choose to shoot at them. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I think that limiting options here is kind of annoying, because no matter what, it's not going to spread that fast. And if you, depending on where you do it, you either run the risk of having it spread in a very poor way over towards the forests, or over to buildings. Obviously, gusts can also take them in a direction, but based on where the Germans have to come in, which is on the south of the board, where the Polish troops set up, all that sort of stuff. Not quite sure why that's been an SSR. Sorry. Says special scenario rule number 2 is so these guys are marked as SS, but the Liebstandart units are treated as non-SS Germans for all purposes. So I'm just using blue counters since they're not treated as SS whatsoever. And lastly, Polish elite and first line squads have assault fire capability. It's not really going to come into play too much. However, I think it's important to note that whenever you have troops that have assault fire, it definitely makes them far better candidates to shoot in the advanced fire phase, even if normally it would be a not necessarily a bad shot, quote unquote, but one that is unlikely to hit or do anything because the chances are so low. When you have assault fire, it really gives you that opportunity to just shoot more. So yeah. And lastly, the victory conditions for this scenario are the Germans win at game end if there are no good order Polish MMC, specifically MMC, within 2 hexes of 43 and 8. So before I get to actually playing, I just want to note this because, not that it's frustrating, but I think people who are designing scenarios, and this is like, these scenarios are, there's no date on this. Let me see what the archive says. Sorry. I was hoping that the scenario card would have it written, but apparently not. That is something that that MMP did not want on their scenario card. So if we go to Action Pack 1, 1997. So, you know, you can kind of forgive them because it is really old and it doesn't have some of the normal conventions. I don't think ASL Action Pack 1 has ever been re-released, mostly because it's now free on MMP's website. So there's no reason to republish it in some way or put effort into trying to do that. So, but it's indicative of the early mentality. There's no reason to have this like back quarter of the map. You could crop it and you would not lose anything. Perhaps I think maybe you want some of the woods, but anything after from I to A, you can crop that. You don't lose anything in functionality for the scenario. There's no reason for the Polish troops to ever set up, you know, in the G or F hex rows. So basically just think about that, yeah, when you're playing or when you're designing stuff, I guess. But otherwise, we'll go straight with weather, which is no change, is pretty typical. Rally phase, there's nothing to do. Prep fire phase, there's again nothing to do here. So we will go straight to movement phase and see how badly we can suffer at the hands of Polish troops. Now, my objective here, so because the Polish, I set up the Polish very aggressive on the upper side of the map. We'll just call it the upper side, I guess. I figured I'll try to get the Germans to go through the bottom. The grain is going to cover a lot of any potential shots from these guys, so I can get set up, hopefully in a turn or two, depending on, you know, how much movement I get out of it. And additionally, because there's a weak set of units, or presumably a weak set of units in the bottom, if I can push through, then I can make it to, you know, this stone building, these brush hexes, the woods, and then push north. And hopefully try to not really bypass or flank, but, you know, force everybody here to retreat, and so on. I do have to be very worried about whatever is in 07 because it's on an upper level, so it has no restriction on the grain. It's just going to shoot over, and that's a pain. And I think that's it, really. So yeah, let's just get going here. I will take some risky moves because, actually, you know what? What is, before I make my first move here, balance is, wow, holy crap, 213 to 136. So, the Polish have, they're advantaged on this one. Balance... German balance has increased the game length to 8 turns. That's not the problem here. I think cutting the Polish OB by 1 squad, or potentially giving the Germans an extra leader, with a negative modifier probably would have been better choice. But anyways, so I want to make some gains really quickly, no matter how potentially deadly that can be. So first stack is going to declare CX with their leader. So there's a bunch of LMGs. They go to GG2 for 1, FF1 for 2, EE2 for 3. Um, mm, you know what? Because I'm going fast against myself, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is close. I'm going to try a shot with the guy in this trench. I don't think... I think he's going to clip the... dang. Yeah, I kind of figured. I probably should have taken a shot from Y6. Although, now that I know that this is blocked... 15. Cool. I will also take a shot from these guys. Because, again... that is clean. Wow, okay. Well, that is a 2 down 2. 5 on 2. So again, the reason why I want to... Normally I don't want to get rid of concealment all that quickly because concealment's good. But because the Germans are essentially going to go around, it's better to get any shots while there's no grain in between. So that is, like I said, a 5 on 2, which I believe is a normal... normal morale check. So, leader first. Leader's fine. First squad's fine. Second squad's fine. Third squad is fine. Okay. And I immediately forgot to put the actual sand numbers in here. So, Axis sand is 3. Polish sand is 5, which is insane for a scenario like this. Did I roll a 5? I did roll 1 5. So, sniper activates, which is terrible news. Because there's only one group of units, so they're going to automatically go there. Random selection. Leader, squad, squad, squad. So the second squad will pin in place. I just have to remember. There we go. All right. Well, that could have been a lot worse, so I will take it. The rest of the units will continue to... I'll just go to EE1, why not? And this guy's CX. There is a 1 residual. So they have spent 3, 4, 5.5. Bypass for 6.5. You know what? I'm going to try on this one with this guy. Because that might just be fun. Ah, there is... God dang it. I think you have to take a hindrance. I don't think you're allowed to... I'm not sure if you can. So I'm going to say... I'm just going to rule it on the safe side here. Maybe... Actually... maybe I have to choose which one. Either way. I'm just gonna do it that way, which basically means it's a 4 flat cowers to 2, which is still a result, still Pintash check. So we go with the Pintash checks. Leader is fine. Squad is fine. Second squad is fine. And then they will continue into AA2 for their final. Well, they were at 6.5, so they go to 8. And then I need to do 1 residual. And I'm going to put it on the hex side so I don't forget that it's for... Well, I guess technically it happens for everybody, but either way. All right. So that guy's shot, that guy's shot, that guy's shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I only had 1 extra movement. Speaking of, stack of 3 squads off board are going to bypass GG4 for 1. 2, bypass EE5 for 3. And then we'll go into the grain for 5.5. And then they have to stay there, essentially. I think everybody... Man. Everybody else should be safe. 8-0 is going to declare CX with these guys. They will go 1 to GG3, bypass for 2. I might try this shot, to be honest. H5, yeah, that's clean. Range was like, that's over 5 for sure. Down 2, still 8. 8 on 4 is nothing, unfortunately. But there is residual. So I'll mark there is 3, and then this is 1. That's 3. 4.5. 6, and then 7.5 into BB2. And then lastly, over in on the offboard, the last group is going to go as a stack. Stack is probably not really useful in some cases, although I do need the extra movement, so that's kind of the only reason I'm doing it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pardon my movement here. It's awful with the way that it snaps to the grid. Which I'm, if I remember correctly, it has been fixed in the latest version, one of the beta versions of Vassal, but I don't have it yet. And I didn't want to CX because I would only get 1 extra movement, because the MMG will decrease that by 1, and the leader can't help out if he's CX. So I would functionally not get any advantage if I can't get to AA1 essentially. So that is movement for turn 1. Defensive fire phase. Honestly, I think everybody that has shot will shoot, and that's pretty much it. I could, you know what? I'm gonna take the shot, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it, but there's no point not to. Yeah, I was just kind of hoping that I didn't calculate on either side, so I was kind of hoping that the Germans could have gotten to Z2/Z1, but since that's not the case, I will have the MMG shoot at the nearest stack. If we do this, there we go. So you can see, because of the level, you always ignore all the green. It's a 12 range, which means that unfortunately the MMG is at half firepower, because its maximum range, I believe, is 16. I think that applies to all MMG and HMGs. I could be wrong on that one, but I have a feeling like I'm pretty sure that MMGs do not double. They just have a maximum of 16. So it is a 2 down 1. Ouch. Well, 2 on 2 is a K1. Random selection, leader, squad. Well, 2 squads are halved, so that's terrible news. That is not. Woof. Okay. Well, if that is how the Germans lose quickly. And then a 1 morale check. So leader will break. Half squad is fine. Half squad is pinned. We can drop that. Does the sniper activate? It does not. I have a rate of fire. No reason not to shoot again. So I will take another 2 down 1. That is a 5 on 2 normal morale check. So leader is fine, squad is or half squad is fine, and the other half squad is pinned once again. I have rates. There's no sniper that got activated, so I will shoot a 3rd time, and that will be a miss. All right. Well, advanced fire phase. I mean, I'll throw this shot out just for shits and giggles here. So these squads in BB2 and everybody else that's left in AA2 are going to shoot at X0. This is also a problem because this is my LMG stack, so now they can't shoot both at the same time. So it's going to be 6 firepower from the back hex, and then this guy functionally is just half. So he'll shoot the LMG, which is halved twice, which is still 0.75, so that doesn't really matter. Well, I guess, yeah, no, this stack can provide 2 with the LMGs. So it's an 8 firepower up 4. 2 for hindrance, 1 for woods, 1 for CX. Almost. But no cigar. So we go to route phase. In the route phase, the leader will route to BB1. And that is pretty much all that I need or can want to do. Yeah, I think that's all I can really do here for routes. Take off all our counters. Advanced phase. Well, in the advanced phase, I need to try and be undeterred here. So I'm going to split. Leader can go down. We'll mark him as CX. This guy's CX. And then this guy can join him. Over here, I'm just going to split these squads into 2 beautiful stacks instead of 3. This guy's pinned. The leader with the squad that has the MMC will go, or MMG, sorry, is going to go into AA1. You know what? I'll toss the second squad there with them. And the other 468 is going to go to BB1. Just to kind of spread it out. I'm still worried that I will get shot at by the MMG, but if I at least spread them out, you know, taking out a broken leader isn't necessarily, like, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world, or at least it's a better option than taking out the 9-2 stack. So we go to Polish turn 1. Weather is no change, is pretty standard. Next up we have rally phase. There's only one set of people that need to rally. I need to take off pins. So because this isn't a self rally, it's not going to get the +1 penalty, which is exactly the type of stuff you need to do. So that leader will come back. So I get my 8-1 back, which is fantastic. Yeah, that's it for rallies. So in the prep fire phase, I'll just take that for redundancy. Prep fire phase, I have some options here. I think the best one I can think of doing right now is this squad in X0 doesn't really have any good escapes. So I'm going to have them shoot at the AA1. This should be clean. Yeah, okay. So it's a 4-up-1. 7-on-4 is a pin task check. So leader first. Leader's fine. Squad without the MMG's fine. Third squad's fine. Triggers sniper. This is awful. 5 and 4. It's going to go right back to these guys and break them. So they will lose CX. And that's unfortunate. These guys are prepped. MMG is going to take a shot at AA2. Since the guys in BB1 aren't broken, the leader isn't broken anymore, there's no real reason to shoot there when I have AA2 instead. Jesus Christ, I'm doing super well in MMG rolls. That is a 1-on-2, which is a 1 KIA. So random selection on who bites it will be the full squad, and the half squad breaks automatically. I have rate of fire, so let's turn the attention to the other half squad in Z1. It's the same shot. It's a 2-down-1. No rate of fire. But that is a 5-on-2, which is a normal route check, and the squad, or half squad, is fine. These guys are prepped. You know what? I'm going to have these 2 squads, Y6 and X5, are going to shoot at BB3. It should just be a +2 no matter what. Yeah. So it's an 8-up-2. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm doing super well on rolls for the Polish. 2 morale check against this squad. They will pin, which is also pretty surprising. I was not expecting them to survive that one. And sniper does not activate. All right. If this sniper activates and goes 2 or 3, these guys are kind of screwed. Which, thinking about it, I probably should have put the sniper at least in T6 or S column. Is there anybody else that wants or needs to shoot? You know what? I do want this squad in V2 to shoot at the guys in the woods. I believe it'll be a +2 shot. It is. So 4-up-2. Cowers. That shouldn't be anything. Oops. And I think that'll be it. I don't have anybody else. Oh, you know what? Just because Y7 is going to shoot at BB3. It's a 4 flat. 6 on 4 is a normal morale check. And they're fine. Doesn't trigger sniper. Alright. Now we go to movement phase because I don't really have any other targets I want to shoot at. I basically want to get the hell out of dodge with a couple units. So guys in the trenches in X7 are going to get out for 1.5. I don't really have a reason to shoot at anybody because one, there's a lot of hindrance, and two, so much hindrance that some of these units are even invisible or impossible to see. So they get out for 1.5, 3, 4.5, and 6. Similarly, squad in X8 is going to go CX 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. And then lastly, squad with leader in X9 is going to go 2, 3.5, 5, 6.5, and 8. You know what? I'll stack them with the leader, get them some movement bonus next turn. That's pretty much it for movement phase. We go to defensive. In the defensive fire phase, I can do a 6 up 3 against the guy not in the trench. That's not going to do it. So those guys have shot. The squad in AA1 and the half squad with the LMG are going to form a fire group. So leader's not involved in this. So it is a 7 firepower up 2 against the guys in the woods. That is a 7 on 7, which is a normal morale check. So we'll do the squad. He will break. And sniper activates again. 6-4. Man, I need a grid. Normally I don't expect that to happen. Is it... Oh, there you go. It's control. Yeah, that looks right. So, what was it? 6-4, I think? 6-4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 8. Maybe? Maybe? There we go. Whatever. 4. Yeah, no, it just goes back to him. We'll turn them into a half squad as per the house rules, which is you should have snipers effect. Okay, now the sniper's is broken. That sucks. Since when did this sniper break? God. That is weird. Okay. Well, anyways, house rule. Wow. Did everybody just break from putting a... You know, I know some people have mentioned that, that is really weird. I wonder if that's because of the hex grid I added. Or, like, control nudge does something from that? Wow, that is absolutely messed up. Alright, well, is it numpad? Shift numpad? God, I need to look at what the controls are now. I'm sorry, this is kind of ridiculous. That's never really happened. I'm on the speedrunning business right now. That's never happened before. Control numpad, but wasn't I doing numpad? Do I have to have numpad unlocked? Nope. Okay, well, I'm very confused right now as to why this will not move. I'm almost starting to think that either snipers messed this up or there's something else that's going on. There we go. Okay, well, at least I can move. Okay, all right. That's gonna cause some disorientation. So, apologies on this one, because this doesn't really happen all that much. All right. Hold on. I just got a message from Rob, sorry. All right. Okay, so hopefully this fixes it. You know, I might actually have to just go with the beta and get and run that risk, because beta sometimes doesn't has some little snafus. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with it because the snapping stuff is just unreal. But okay, complaints aside, that was a good shot from these Germans, so I don't have to worry about that. The MMG and squad, I might actually be able to shoot this squad as well. And leader are going to shoot at range 12. Yeah, perfect. So the squad will provide 2. The MMG is firing at full firepower, so that's a 7 firepower up 1. 5 on 7. Just gonna double check. Okay, I didn't mess anything up with snipers or anything. So yeah, that is a 5 on 7, 2 morale check. Leader first. Leader breaks. Ouch. Okay, and then squad is broken and will ELR as a result. That's also bad. I'm pretty sure nobody else suffered ELRs. I don't think I had. I think a lot of them were just normal morale checks or 1 morale checks. So I don't think I broke by too much. Um, didn't get rate of fire, which is perfectly fine. If I'm at least gonna get my target and break them, that's perfectly fine. Is there anybody else I want to shoot with? Not really. Everybody else has kind of done their job. So, advanced fire phase. There's nothing I can or want to do with the Polish. So we go to route phase. Okay, well, Polish first, so I'm going to have these guys go down to the bottom. They're going to have to... You know what? No, I'm going to risk it. God damn it. That is being a pain today. Okay, well, I'm going to stay up here. I'm going to try this for, I guess, 2 turns. 1 turn at most, maybe, because I don't want to drop the MMG, but they might have to. Well, if they move, they have to, because for Border points. This guy, on the other hand, I want to try and get him out of here. So I'm going to risk going into... God, this is... Really? Okay, well... I have to aim like 3 hexes above. I really wish I knew what caused this. Because this is unbelievable. Is there a way for me to... I almost wish I could patch in real time. It's like it doesn't want certain hexes to work. Shoot. Is there any way for me to fix this? I don't think there is. And this just sucks doing. Like, it's not even on... Okay, if I do this... Okay, cool. This is going to be a pain. Okay, so it's going to... squad is going to go back 1 into W1. They will take an interdiction check. They are fine. They will then make it into the woods for 3 total, and then we'll continue to U1 to go as far as possible. In terms of the Germans will have their 1 half squad will go back into the woods in BB1. The squad or half squad now in FF1 will go. They might not be able to, so they will low crawl. It doesn't work for broken units. No wait, why wouldn't it work? I really think that snipers are causing problems here. They will low crawl the GG2. That's the only thing they can really do. So, yeah, I think snipers might be the problems here. I wonder if it's a size thing. That was not conclusive. All right. That is pretty much it for routes. Advances for the Polish. I'm going to have a guy in U5 is going to go down. T6. 1 guy will go down. Will... It's oh, it's right. It only works in like the top unit of a stack or whatever. T6 will go to the right to S6. The squad in X5 will go to W5. Guys in the trench don't have to move. And I think that's going to be it. There's no CC. We go to German turn 2. Life is... When it's like this, it is painful. Why? How does it misalign itself? You know, if I pick a new board and I just say okay, does that fix it? Absolutely not. All right, cool. Well, live and learn. Take off our pins. I think that's it for our stuff here. We will go to weather. Weather is a 4, no change. And then rally phase. So I'm going to try and self-rally the half squad in GG2. Won't get it. They'll retain DM. I think they have to anyways. BB1, well, maybe I could choose not to. Whatever. BB1, they're going to try and rally. 5 goes up to 9. And then down 2. 1 for the leader, 1 for Woods. These guys, half squad, will come back. And that is it for the German rallies. Polish troop, they're going to keep, or they have to lose their DM in U1, and then they will attempt to rally. Okay, so they will come back, heat a battle, unless I'm mistaken here. Berserk, crew, hero, wave. Nope, yep, they will get it. So, they are broken. They are elite. So that cancels each other out. I rolled an 8. And then allied miners get +2. So they will go berserk, which is not the result I want. And then I believe these guys have to pass a morale check, which they do. So they will automatically go berserk as well. That's not what I want to do. I wanted them to go berserk. So a pretty bad result, all things told, because berserk is really not what they're just gonna run next turn. I guess barring if they kill anybody with their MMG, but really that just makes me want to wait, because I'll just do assault moves and not really worry about it. So yeah. Anyways, prep fire phase. There's no point shooting at the guys in the building because their morale is now 10, and I really would need to get some great rolls. Not just good, but great rolls to counteract that. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to have the MMG and squad with the leader will shoot at the guys in the trench. They're the only ones that are going to be shooting at the guy in the trench. It is a +3 down 2, so what is it? 9 up 1. 9 on 9, which is just going to be a pin test check, which is awful. They will fail their pin test check, which is all right. And I'm just going to do this. Cool. Can I move him? No. Shoot. Thank you. Ugh. All right. Is there any other prep fire I want to do? I don't think so. I think, honestly, I'll just go to movement phase. Half squad in Z1 will go up to Y2, take off his CX. I don't think I'm going to get a better shot, so V2 will shoot at them as a 2. I think that's just 2. Is there hindrance? There is. All right, well, 2 up 1. 6 on 2 is still a pin test check. They are fine. This guy's first fired. The 468. There is a 1 residual. Oh, come. What? How? Huh? The residual is fine. 100% fine. Works perfectly. But all the other counters are offset by like 2 hexes north. What? Okay. So the 468 is going to go... Why would it move the entire stack? Wait, huh? What? Why would taking out the residual fix the counter placement? I'm so confused. Is this like a... If you take residuals off, it resets the position? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna try and not have my brain dissolve itself over this. It also means I get to do like bypass and stuff and not have to worry about that. Cool. So the full squad that was in AA1 goes to Z0. I'm not gonna have it in bypass, just because. So 2, 3. I don't think I want to take a shot at him. Actually, you know what? That is like a +3. That's not worth it. And then they will late CX to get into X0 for 5. And I will take that shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 4 flat. 8 on 4 is nothing, but there is 2 residual there now. Over on the left, CC6 is going to lose their CX, so they will go to CC7 for 1.5, and then BB7 for 3. One of the squads in CC5 goes up to CC6 for 1.5, 3 into BB6, and then the last squad will go to BB5 as an assault move plane. BB3, the squad will assault move to AA4. There's not really much else I can really do as a German. So Y7, Y6 are both going to shoot at AA4. That is assault move, so it's a +1, but it's an 8 up 1. They will cower to 6. It's a 7 on 6, which I believe is still a normal morale check. And those guys pin. All right, well, justified their 1 hex of movement. And then AA3, the squad will assault move there. These guys should be marked. Move. And then lastly, I've got these guys. So the 8-0 leader is going to lose CX. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go try and revive those guys. And then over in BB1, which I probably should have done some exchanging of weapons and stuff. So leader and everybody else are going to go to AA1 for 1. Normal move. I might not be able to get any other shots out there afterwards. So the Berserk leader with the green squad are going to shoot. It is a 2 firepower. It is 2 firepower down 1. Because non-assault movement, leader, and then +1 for woods. So it's just down 1. 2, that's a 7 on 2 is nothing, which is unfortunate. I forget if even the leader might not even be able to provide his bonus from being Berserk, but whatever. So they're in AA1 for 2. They will continue into Z0 for 4. Then 5, 6. I'm going to have the squad in V2 subsequent. So it's a 1 firepower down 2. They will cower, so it goes off board, which is perfect because I'm going to late CX and have them go into W2. I'll take a shot with W5 to 2 down 2. 6 on 2 is a Pintash check, so leader first, he's fine. Half squad is fine, and this squad is fine. Sniper doesn't activate. There is a 2 residual here. Or sorry, 1 residual. There'd be... Is there anything else I can really do for those guys? I'm going to try T5U5 are going to perform a fire group. Yeah, that's the maximum range I can get for full effect. Hindrances is +3. Yeah, so it's going to be, was it 8 up 2? No, it doesn't matter. All right. And then that probably would just bring it back down to a 1 for residual firepower. Anyways, that is it for movement phase. We'll go to defensive fire, which honestly, there's not really any that can be done. Everybody's shot. So we'll go to advanced fire phase. In the advanced fire phase, let's take off all the residuals. I'm going to test something. Okay, I don't understand. Whatever. Cool. Cool. Advanced fire phase. I will have these two squads, AA4 or Z3, are going to shoot at the guy in the trench. So we're looking at a 3. You know what? I'm just going to shoot at this guy then, yeah, because up 3 is garbage. It's just +1 for both of them. Sweet. So 3 up 1. 7 on 3, I believe, is a pin test check. They're fine. Half squad with the LMG is going to shoot 1.5 up 2. They cower, so they don't even DM them, which sucks because I want to do this shot now. What do we got here? So these guys are in a trench, which is +2. These guys are CX, there's +3. The leader will bring that down by 1, so it's a +2 shot. It's a +2, and this is 3 firepower. Yeah, just 4. If I could have, if I had remembered, I would have swapped them. I didn't, because I'm a dork. So that is 8 on 7, which is a pin test check. I believe they can't be pinned a second time, so don't have to worry about it. Routes. Nobody's broken. Nope. Or nobody's broken that must route. So, advances. You guys can advance into the trench. You guys can advance to Y4. You to X2. I don't want to get into... Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. These guys can now get out of their spot because the Polish troops have to start running. These guys now have to abandon their position and run towards the Germans, which is fantastic. We're going to do this. And these guys with the CX will chance the open road. There is a CC. There is no ambush for it because they're not in the woods. They're not in a building. It is a 7-4, so 3-2 for the Germans. With a flat, actually. So 3-2. Yeah, if it wasn't, if they weren't CX, they would have gotten something there, which wasn't the case. Polish, I would just target the the full squad, because it's, no matter what, it's bad. It's a 1-2, up 1, or sorry, down 1. Of course. I can't have nice things as the Germans right now. They'll go into a melee. And we go to Polish turn 2. Take off our moves. Take off our pins. Yeah, Polish turn 2. Weather check. No change. Rallies. There is a self-rally that they will make, which that's gross. And then over here, there's a German rally which won't make it. All right, prep fire phase. This is kind of too good to pass up, so 8 up 1. Never mind. 4 flat. Pin test check. They're fine. These guys need to move. This guy needs to move. So yeah. Movement phase. So Berserks have to go first. It doesn't really matter. They're going to go down for 1. Down for 1. And then I might as well make it the most obtuse way possible. Because they both have 8 movement factors. So down for 1. This is 3.5. 5. 6.5. 8. There's no point shooting at them. So That is just how it's going to be. The squad in U1 is going to assault move to U2. I will take a shot with W1. It is a 4-up-2. Doesn't matter. And I might as well try with Z0 as well. So that is going to be a 9-down-1. Oof. 3 on 9 is a K3. Alright, well these guys are half squatted, ELR, and will break. And the Polish finally lose a unit, or part of a unit, I guess. I did get rate of fire, so only the squad will have counted as shot. Not that that's really going to matter anymore, but... Oh, no, wait, no, it will matter for rate of fire. Yeah, these guys need to skedaddle, so they will lose CX. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. 1.5, 3. Can't go any further. 1.5, 3. Yeah, whatever. He'll just retreat anyways. But maybe if I protect the road, it'll help out. I don't know. Defensive fire phase. 12 up 2 against the guy in Y7. Ouch. 5 on 12, 2 morale check. This is where everything starts to go poorly for the Polish here. Those guys will break. 4 up 2. 8 close, but no cigar. 4 flat. Ouch. 3 on 4, 2 morale check. Okay, things are going really poorly for the Polish here. This is not really expected. No, not really much of a point. No, that'd be a +2. You know what? Can I do a 3 flat? Yes, I can. 3 flat against the already broken guy. Cowers to a 1. And unfortunately, that is nothing. And then I might as well have the MMG shoot at the broken guys again with the leader directed. So it is only a 5 now. 9 on 5 isn't going to do anything. I think that's it for that. Advanced fire phase, I don't have any I can do. So we go to routes. In the route phase, these guys will route through the trench for, I believe that's, I think it's just 1. It might be 2. Either way, they will get out for 3.5 and then into the woods. So it'll still be 5.5. So they're there. These guys have to go towards the nearest in terms of movement factors. So my target might actually be these woods. So 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. That might be where I have to go, yeah. These guys have to... Well, they can't go here. Well, they can ignore U1. And I believe I can ignore the rest, the others as a result. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that should be legal. And that'll be it for breaks or routing. Advances... Man, I might as well... Berserks can't advance. Big crime right there. These guys get in the building. That's kind of it. CC phase. It is a 1-to-1. Down 1. Nope. Germans are at a 1-to-2 flat. No. Cool. Well, the Germans weathered that storm, at least, I guess. We go to turn 3. Weather is still no change. Rally phase, a lot of them to do now. These guys can't rally, so it doesn't matter. These guys can't rally, so that doesn't matter. Germans will attempt to rally guys in the open, which they will make it. That's pretty much it, really. These guys have to, well, yeah, they have to stay DM. I think that's it. Prep fire phase. I could try a 4 flat against the guys in the grain. That won't do anything. I will do a 12 up 2. Coward, so it's an 8 on 8. Normal morale check. Ouch. Okay, well, that is going to cause a lot of problems. A lot of problems. How do I dig myself out of that hole? Yeah, okay. Is there any other prep fires I want to do? I don't think so, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Movement phase, these guys will lose CX. They will assault move to V1. I think I have to take this shot no matter what. They will shoot. It's a 4 up 1. Nope. Half squad, the LMG will assault move to W2. I might as well. Huzzah. No. That will be nothing. 3. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can do this here. So, squad with the leader, or half squad with the leader, sorry, declare CX, bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and then these guys, AA4, go to Z4 for 1.5, 2.5, 4. Yeah. And then the guys with the MMG are going to go 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5, 6 into U1. There's nobody else to move. Defensive fire, I mean, man, because those guys went green, there's nothing really. I think I just have to take these lumps. Advanced fire phase, I could do 1.5 up 2. No, don't matter. Huzzah. I mean, I could do, yeah, I'll do a 2 down 1. No. Cool. Although that kind of is sniper bait, so I probably shouldn't have done it. But anyways, live and learn. And in this case, I didn't learn anything because I didn't trigger sniper. Routes. All right, so in the route phase, take off residuals here. In the route phase, we'll do it the easy way here. So V8 has to route I'm not going to get closer to an enemy unit. I'm equidistant, whatever. So I'm going to go to U10. The unit in Y6 is going to have to surrender because they are surrounded. And I am just going to go ahead and declare no quarter. There's nothing for me to do with prisoners. So it's kind of the shorthand of I just don't want the extra work. Although I should also state that there's not, even if I did take those guys prisoners, I could have and give them to the half squad here. That also wouldn't really hurt anything about what's going on right now. The Germans now have a massive lead. Well, massive lead. Because there's 3 squads that are broken and the Berserk guys. The Berserk guys are essentially dead. Like, there needs to be a miracle, almost literally, for them to survive. Also, I forgot to take off this. There needs to be a miracle for these guys to survive because they're running towards a 9-2 with an MMG that is going to be able to shoot at them in open ground because I'm moving this leader either in T1 or U2 depending on how I feel. So, like, there's not a lot of options there, if we're being honest. So yeah, that is pretty much it for routes. We go to advance phase. We'll have these guys go in the grain. I don't need to go in the trenches. This guy will advance towards there. You can go to X3. I'm going to try and load up this trench because I desperately need to win this melee. And then the leader and squad in U1 will go to T1. I think this is risky. It's probably not worth it, but I might as well try at this point. Over here, this I can be super aggressive with. Actually, you know what? Just in case it bites me in the ass, because this guy could technically self-rally. I don't expect it to, but you never know. So let's not gamble too much on it, essentially. CC phase, there's still only one. Now, however, it is a 2-to-1 for the Germans. And, I mean, I might as well just do a 1-to-1 versus the half squad with the leader. So, 2-to-1 Germans. Jesus criminy. Well, no matter what, it doesn't change anything. Wait, is that a -1? All right, 2-to-1. No, it doesn't change anything. So these guys are dead. And then a leader is potentially generated. We've got a 2. What's the -1? Because the odds column. No, wait, I was on a 1-to-1. Never mind. Yeah, no, that's just an 8-0 that suddenly pops in to enjoy the party. So that melee will continue, which is very unfortunate. And we go to turn 3 for the Polish. So turn 3, weather check, no change whatsoever. Rally phase, like I said, I think if I'm going to try and self-rally, that one makes the most sense. It's not successful. DN comes off over there. Germans don't have anything to try and rally. We go to prep fire. Now, prep fire, I think it makes the most sense to do the 4-5-7 against the squadron leader. Didn't work out, but honestly, it was like there's not much else I can really try here. Ooh, I've kind of screwed myself here. I wasn't paying attention. If I was smarter, I wouldn't have moved this guy to W5. I would have moved into like X6. So these guys now, they can go. Berserker's always charged the closest, and then it's a choice if it's a tie. It's not based on movement factors, which means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have a choice here. It probably makes a lot more sense to go into this melee. I need to avoid, of all the things, I basically need to avoid this 9-2 with the MMG. That's number one. And I'm not confident in going towards W5. Now, going towards W5 isn't necessarily bad, but you are getting closer to this. And that is bad in and of itself. Do I have anybody that could have traded weapons? No. Okay, cool. So I think to be sane here, I'm gonna go towards W5. So T5, 1.5, 3, 4.5. There's not much of a reason to shoot. Not yet, anyways, or perhaps not. Yeah, not yet. And then they will go into the hex. And W5 will shoot into its own hex, triple point blank fire. It is not halved for any purpose, as far as I'm aware, anyways. And it is a -1, so 12 -1. Oof. 3 is a K3, so random selection on who dies. Okay, so both of them are reduced. Okay. And then 3 morale check. That is exactly 10, so they will survive. And then I will do a 4-down 1. Doesn't matter. And I think I don't need to really shoot with anybody else. I could shoot with more, but it doesn't really matter. And then these guys will be locked in CC. Oops, sorry. There was other movement I wanted to do. So, namely, I want to move these guys onto first floor. They're just gonna assault move. I don't know if they would necessarily be able to see him. No, that's too close. I don't think they can. And the guys in Q7 are going to assault move to P7. Just keep it simple at this point. I don't want to expose anybody unnecessarily. Defensive fire phase. I mean, I might as well just have everybody in this group, Y7, etc., plug at the X8. So it is, I believe, an overall +2 shot. All right. So 4, 12, 15, 15 plus 2. So that is a 9 on 15, which is a normal morale check. They will... Oops. They will become a half squad and are DM'd. And no sniper. Alright. I might as well just do this. And then leader, T1 with the squad. It's going to be a 9 down 2. 4 on 9 is a 3 morale check against the only like other, yeah, okay, well, 3 morale check that will ELR them. Really? Oof. Okay. Did I get rate of fire? I did. 5 down 2. Okay, well, at least I break the MMG. At least something is going that can go well for the Polish here. They need something. Advanced fire phase. Berserks, might as well. They're at a 3 firepower flat. Nothing happens. So they will go into melee. That's it, really. Routes. These guys will choose to... I guess technically I can route to U10. Keep it simple. Guys in T3 are going to move, so 3, 4.5, 6. Try to get to, am I allowed to do that? I'm not sure if I am. Because this would have to be his destination. I'm just gonna low crawl, I guess, because I don't know if you can avoid or you can choose not to have a route path if it has an interference, and he can't surrender. So I'm not. I'd have to double check or whatever. But either way, units on the upper floor 08 will go to. Oops. We'll go to the upper floor of 07, and the guys on guys in P7 are going to go ground floor 07. That's it for advances. CC, might as well do this one. It's a 1-to-1 for the Germans. It's a 1. You know what? I'll target the half squad. So it's a 2-to-1 for the Polish, and then a 1-to-1 for the Germans. There's no modifiers on either side. That remains a melee. Over in W5, there is there's no modifiers. Actually, that's false. If they're lax, don't they take a -1? Or no, that's just for ambush. It's just the leadership, right? If you're just with berserks or whatever. Cool. So the berserks 1-to-2. No, and 2-to-1 for the Germans. That will secure a kill. There's a berserk half squad gone. We go to turn 4 for the Germans. Weather, change. 3, I believe, is just direction, so nothing happens. Rallies. Nothing for the Germans to do. They will attempt to repair. No, yes. Okay, cool. Can't complain about that. Especially since I will then take... Oh, these guys will attempt to pick up the MMG. Did you? Cool. Yeah, that's super useful because then I will take the squad and MMG. They will shoot at the upper floor. What's the range on this? 8. Um, yeah, okay. So it's a 7 up 1. Nothing. So they are prepped. What else? Don't have any other preps to do, really. Movement phase. Movement phase, how do we want to do this here? I think I want this squad to reinforce the melee. So they're going to go to X2 for 1.5. Big question is whether or not I shoot with the MMG in 07. I think it might be the best shot. Because I can either target T1, but if the Polish troops in V2 succeed, then they can also threaten T1. If I shoot X2, I either have to divert another squad, which then they could also get shot at. So I think that's the play here. I believe that's within range. Yeah. So 6 firepower, down 1. 3 on 6 is a K2 morale check. They are fine, but it is sniper. Doesn't activate. And did I get rate? I did get rate as well. So that's kind of the perfect result there. And they will continue into W2 as the rest of their move. W5 is going to declare CX. They will go to, screw it, V4 for 1.5. Yeah, you know what? I'll just take that shot. 4 down 1. 5 on 4 is a 1 morale check. They will break. Still have rate of fire. These guys will lose CX. Squad in Z7 is going to declare CX. They will go to Y8 for 1. Ooh, that's true. I need to mark this because this is actually super important. One of the very rare times where this is something you need to take into account. This one. So yeah, I will have, because I could have this aimed down here. So I still have, yeah, okay, so I can still see that. Cool. So 4 down 2. No, and doesn't break. All right, cool. So that is, they're considered first fire now. So that is 1, bypass for 2, bypass 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's fine. These guys just lost CX, so I can't re-CX. They will go to Y8 for 1, bypass 2, bypass 3, 4. Yeah, I really can't. If only I had a bit extra movement. And then 5.5 to U9. Squad Z5 are going to declare CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 5, 6. And then road bonus. Yeah. Same idea with the other guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then road bonus for 7. Yeah, I think that's it. Defensive fire phase, I mean, I don't even think these guys have a shot. There's too many pluses. I think I'll just go to advanced fire phase, which, speaking of, 3 up 1. Nope. 4 up 2. Nope. These guys will DM, so at least there's that. Although it doesn't really matter. They would still have to route. Both CX squads, so T2 and S3, 6 flat. Oof. 3 on 6 K2. Ouch. So half squatted, morale check. They are dead, so it doesn't matter. And the whole reason for this is because they would have been able to route via P4, Q5, or sorry, R4, Q5, P5, um, and then probably could have made it to O6 without. No, they would have gotten interdicted. So, yeah. Anyways, route Germans first. These guys kind of just have to route to Z8. I think Z8 might be there. No, I can't. I can't go to Z8. I think I would have to choose BB1. So no matter what, I'm just gonna low crawl to W5. I think that makes the most sense. Move that. Routes. So U10 can route. They can't go to T10, so they will do so. They're pretty much screwed there, really. Is there any other routes? Nope. Turn 4 German advances, so I will have these guys going to the grain. Makes the most sense. Half squad will join the melee at this point, because why not? 9-2 and the squad with the MMG will go to U2, because, again, why not? I'm going to have both the squad in U10 and the other guys in U9 are going to go to U10. I need to swap the LMG because the half squads cannot use it. So it's not worth it. That's pretty much it for advances. CC phase. CC phase, I've still just got the one. Germans are at a 2-1. Or sorry, not 2-1. 3-2. And I might as well have the Polish go 1-1 against both half squads. So Germans first. 3-2 will be a casualty reduction. And then 1-1 for... It's a casualty reduction for both sides. So we'll do Polish first. Since it's the Germans' turn, so I might as well do their result. Alright, it's both of them. So full squad becomes a half squad. And then the leader is just wounded. And then the German half squads, the one with the LMG will be eliminated. And then I'm just going to pull this above there. Makes the most sense. No other CCs ongoing. We go to turn 4 for the Polish. Weather, no change. Rallies, I mean, these guys don't have a chance whatsoever. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't see either of these guys, so they can route. So I might as well try here. Don't get it. Wouldn't have gotten anybody else either, but, you know. Germans can't rally. I will swap this, which I believe I'm allowed to do. Can I swap in the rally phase? I want to say I can. I know you can do it in the advanced phase. I think you can. Where is sport weapons? There we go. Machine guns, sport weapons. Destruction. I'm not trying to blow stuff up, guys. Where is sport weapon possession? A4.43. Transfer. Stacks may freely rearrange, but in cases good order, unpinned, and only during a rally phase, advanced phase, or as a result of a creation of a subunit. Alright, cool. So they will exchange it for free. And that is it for rallies. Prep fire phase. I mean, at this point, I really don't have anything that I can do. So, machine gun and squad 6 flat against U2. 5 on 6. Good number. Good number. It's a 1 morale check. Leader's fine. Squad's fine. I did not get rate. Damn it. Shoot. Yeah, I don't have any other shots. That is just painful. Also, it really goes to show, like, once you start losing units and you don't have any options, you need to protect the objective. I can't have, like, I can risk these guys, as an example, being shot at all the time, but if this guy breaks on top of that, that's game over, because there's no good order. I need to have somebody good order. So I can expose one person, sure, but I don't want to expose both, because if they both break, I'm actually screwed as the defender here. So yeah, no movement phase can be done because everybody's broken. So I'll do fire group T3 S4 against the broken guys in P1. What is that? 8 up 4. Ouch. 9 Pintash check, so nothing happens on them. Sniper doesn't activate, so I'll count some blessings there, I guess. Over in U10, they will shoot at the broken units. It is an up 2, but we're looking at 14. It's an 18 up 2. So 7 on 18. It's a 2 morale check. Those guys are screwed. Top guy, bottom guy, they will both fail. So both of them are turned into mush. Should flip that over. Sniper doesn't activate. That's kind of the more punishing thing here, is that the sniper has not continued to activate. Good activations at the start, but didn't get to target the 9-2. The 8-1 died out of a blunder in melee rather than, shooting. So can't really blame anything on that one. U2 is going to shoot at the upper level guys, so 6 up 1. Nope. And almost break the MMG again. And that'll be it for defensive. Advanced fire phase, none. We go to routes. These guys can route. They will route to N0 because I might as well. Just get some distance. Get out of line of sight. And then these guys can route, so their target, as an example, can be O10. I believe it has to be O10. So S10 for 1.5, 3. Ooh, actually, I can't do that. No, I have to. I won't be able to make it, but I have to go that sort of distance. So 1.5, 3, 4, 5, and then they're stuck. They just have to sit there. Germans, their guy will just low crawl back once. Actually, I don't have to. I can go 1.5, 3, 4.5, 5.5. Cool. Advances. I mean, at this point, I might as well transfer this guy up to 08 to protect the open ground, but I got nothing else. CCs. I now have some real bad stuff here. So I'm going to do a 1-to-1 against a 2-4-8. The leader is wounded, and he's an 8-0. So he now, like if I take this off, doesn't change it. So he's a +1 now. He's a 7+1. So it's a 1-to-1 +1. The Germans will do a 2-to-1 flat. So Polish first. They will still get a kill, incredibly. And the 2-to-1, I believe that's still a miss. Yep, that is still a miss. So half squad is eliminated, and the melee continues to trundle on and on and on. Turn 5. Germans, weather, no change. Rally phase, I will try to self-rally in W9. I won't get it, which is fine. Squad in N0 is not going to be able to do anything, and neither is P9, although he retains DM. Prep fire phase, leader and squad, same old 6 up 1. They don't cower, but it is a 7 on 6, which is a normal morale check. Pin and heat of battle. Berserk. That's kind of insane, I'll be honest. That is exactly what you don't want twice. Well, at least there's something I can definitively point to as costing a victory here. Yeah, ouch. Is there anything I need to do in prep fire? No. Now, I have 2 turns of movement outside of this one. So I think the leader is going to go to V9. I'm not going to shoot it. It's tempting, but I'm not going to shoot at it because it's just one guy. He's going to... I would probably be able to self-rally the squad in the next German turn anyways, so I don't think it's really valuable to do that. This can come off. Same as this one, same as this one. So nobody can CX. Well, the half squad can CX, actually. The half squad will CX. Bypass T10 for 1, 2.5, 4, 5. This guy has to shoot. What's it looking like? Yeah. 4 down 2. Damn it. And then 6. And now when he's in P10, he doesn't... Yeah, there's nothing doing there. Squad with the LMG is just going to bypass 1, 2.5, 4. I can't shoot at this guy and be able to shoot at these guys. So yeah. 1, 2, 3. No. Damn. 1.5, 3. I might as well. It's a 4 firepower, down 1 against Q5. 4 on 4, 1 morale check. They will break. And that's pretty much their one shot that they're going to get. So I might as well do 1, 2, 3. Well, I can just do 3. I don't need to go 4. Defensive fire phase, everybody's shot. So again, there's nothing I can do. Advanced fire phase. 3.5 against the broken guys. So 3.5 flat Pentash check doesn't do anything. The CX half squad, 2 up 1. Nope. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Routes. Germans first. That's kind of the unfortunate part. Is now these guys... I mean, I'm going to route to P3, but they will have to be interdicted. And they will fail their interdiction, so it'll become a half squad. But they will continue to Q3. Actually, I think I need to go to P3 because I don't think I can get closer to these guys. These guys have to route. They're safe to route in 09. But they have to go to N9 and I guess continue to M9. That's pretty much all I can do with them. Advanced phase. I'm tired of this. So these guys are going to jump in. Guy in Q4 is going to go to Q5. Guy with the LMG is going to go into Q9. Half squad is going to go into O10. That's pretty much it. CC. Hopefully this will close this out once and for all. This is a 9-3 with a -2. So 3-1. That is a definitive kill. I mean, there's not much else I can really do. I don't want to do... I can't... This would be... I mean, I guess this is a 1-2 up 1. Doesn't matter. So these guys die. And on the bonus side, I can at least retreat those guys and get them out. Not that that really matters. You know what? I'm just going to keep them in there because I don't really think that rule is all that great. But I could probably have done it, but whatever. It's fine. Turn 5 for the Poles. No change whatsoever in weather. Pins come off. We go to rally phase. I mean, I might as well try with the guy close to action. No, wouldn't have gotten the other guy either, but had to try it. The Germans will try to rally the guy in W9. They won't get it. That's the only result that sucks, that they could have not wanted. And the guy without the MMG is going to try and pick up a LMG, and he will do so. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Prep fire phase. 4 up 1. 6 on 4 is a normal morale check. Cool. He's fine. Sniper doesn't activate. Alright, well, that is a bummer. No other shots can be taken. Moving phase. The squad with the MMG immediately ditch it and go downstairs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I have 2 options, and frankly, I'm just going to go with the guys with the LMGs because they're kind of more out of position, I guess. So they went down for 1, and then over the wall for 3.5. Yeah, 3.5, 5, and then they must go in. So the squad with the LMG is going to fire triple point blank fire. So 7, 21, down 1. 5 on 21 is a 4 morale check. They are fine. All right. That is impressive, I must say. Leader is going to assault move downstairs. That's it. Defensive fire phase. I guess technically I get a shot with O10. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to leave it as is. 4 firepower flat. Nope, nothing. Can't really do any other shots. Routes. I mean, this guy should have lost DM. Routes, there's nothing to route. Take off prep, take out defensive. Advances. I mean, leader's going to go join 08. I guess technically I could have ran him back, but man, I don't want to lose a leader to a stupid 2 down 2 or 2 down 1 shot. So just going to leave it as is. Flip that, even though it's the end of the turn. Is there any other advances to do? No. CC phase. There is the 1 now. 1-to-1 Polish, 1-to-1 Germans. Nothing. We go to melee. Turn 6 for the Germans. I also just realized that this is outside of the 2 range hex, 2 hex range that they need for victory. That sucks. Weather, no change. Rally phase, maybe this time. Actually, I gotta self rally first. Always gotta try self rallies first, guys. Then other rally, doesn't get it. That's gross. There's no other things to do. So prep fire phase, none, legitimately. So squad in Q5 is how do I do that? That's 2.5. I can't get in this building without CXing with either dude. So you know what? No, I'm gonna do the half squad first. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 into ground floor 07. And then I might as well do an 8 up to. Nope. But at least there's 4 residual. These guys are first fired. These guys will lose CX and will assault move and DMs these guys. These guys will... Man, green really sucks. Yeah, I'm going to CX. Go 1.5, 3, and then 4.5. Might as well subsequent, because there's no reason not to. Leader directed, it is a 3 on 4, which is a 2 morale check. And they will break. Everybody in the trench is going to get out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's it. These guys have to try and rally. Defensive fire phase, none. Advanced fire phase, it's not really worth it on anybody, really. Routes. Routes, there are a pair. These guys have to route, so they will go to L8 and then K9. It's kind of pretty much the closest that they have to go to. Take off residual here. Guys in P7 can route P6, P5. Wait. They're in P7. Can they see this guy? Hindrances, yes. So they have to route this away. So I might as well just low crawl. Yeah. Might as well just low crawl. Advances, I don't want to advance the guy in 07, so I'm going to bring him upstairs, try to pick up the MMG, I guess. Leader and the guys are going to go in Q5. And then the half squad in N9 is going to go... You know what? I'll get him to... Oh, no, wait. No. I'm not thinking about this, and I'm in... no, yeah, yes. I am not thinking about this, and I'm being a dork. I need this entire thing to be backwards. Thank you. They're not going to go upstairs, because then I can try and do it in a circle. That is the smart play there that I need to think about. There's no extra CC. There's just the one. So Germans first, 1-1. Nope. Polish, 1-1. Nope. We continue in a future turn. Polish turn 6. Weather, no change. Rally phase. I'm going to try. No. I wouldn't have gotten either anyway, but at least, I guess. That guy retains DM. Do I rally? Yes. Okay, I get a half squad back. That's pretty much it for that. Prep fire phase, 8 up 3. 7, 1 check. They are fine. Ouch. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Movement phase, nobody can move. Defensive, I might as well do whatever Q5 is, 208. It's 2 hindrance plus building. The leader is -2, so it's a +3 on 8, 11, 16 up 3. 8 on 16 is a 1 morale check. So leader first. Leader's pinned. Okay. They will battle harden. Oops. Phew, there we go. Sniper activates. Come on. 1, 2. 1, 2. The closest has to be these guys. So zooms all over there. And then random selection. Half squad breaks. Stupid. IFT. I did not get rate of fire. Nothing else happens. So we go to advanced fire phase. There is none. Oh, that wouldn't have been a good choice anyways. I guess I could have dashed. Routes. Ooh, can they see them now? Yes. Damn it. Alright, well, they'll low crawl again. These guys don't have to move. Advances. So the big question here is I can risk a CC to kill a 248. So here's the big thing. If being in melee means you're not good order, means you lose. So if I go into this, if I have this leader with squad go in here, it is likely that I will ambush the half squad. If it doesn't work, I'm boned. If I don't do it, I'm still boned. So the question is it absolutely worthwhile? Because there's no way I can prevent anybody else from getting into this building. So, yeah, I don't like this at all, but I think it's the only option I really have at this point. I'm so low on units that I need to. So, melee, 1-to-1, Polish, German. God damn it. The Germans have won, like, none of the melees in a decisive fashion, which sucks. Over here, ambush. So, Polish, Germans, no change. It is a 2-to-1 for the Polish. And a 1-to-2, sorry, 1-to-4. 2-to-1. Yeah, that will also kill. So yeah, if the Germans lose this, it'll only be because of the CCs went absolutely poorly for them in all respects. Like there's not a single time where they came out on top in a decisive fashion. So we get to turn 7, weather, no change. Rallies, I'm going to attempt self rally, nope. And then actual rally, also nope. Well, prep fire phase. There's nothing that I want to prep fire because I'd be giving away the game at that point. So, uh, hmm. I also can't do that. All right, in the movement phase, can I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Yes. Okay. So leader abandons this half squad. 1, bypass 2, bypass 3, 4.5, 6. I don't need to shoot, and I won't because these guys also aren't berserk anymore. Because this is a better target, but I'm still risking a CC here. So, oh, you know what? I'm Yeah, I'm gonna assault move to 09. I will take that shot anyways. Doesn't matter, and they've cowered. That sucks. It's not the end of the world, but that does suck. Squad with the LMG. Do I want the LMG? No, you know what? Squad with the MMG will go first. They'll go to Q6 for 1.5, and then P6 for 3. I will take a shot. It's a 8, down 1, I believe. So 3 on 8. K2 for crying out loud. All right, well. They are at least first fired, I guess. 1.5, 3, 4.5. Subsequent. Okay. 4 on 4, 1 morale check. Pins the leader. That's not game over, but that is literally the worst result possible for these guys. Yeah, that's literally the worst result possible. How did I... Man, that sucks. All right, there's nobody else I can move. Defensive fire, there's none left to do. Advanced fire phase, I mean, 1 flat. That's a miss. And then the guys in P7 are going to shoot into the building. So it's a 7 up 3. What is that? 6-9 on 7. Pin test check. Nope and nope. All right. So yeah, routes. These guys are just gonna low crawl because it doesn't really matter. They can bring the MMG with them. All right. Advances. The half squad goes to 08. Leader goes into Q9. That's all I can do. CC, there's just a 1-to-4 and a 4-to-1. Pretty sure that will kill the leader. So there goes that plan. Turn 7 rally phase or weather, no change. Rallies self rally? Nope. Prep fire. So the biggest question here is, do I prep fire versus do I do anything else? If I move, there's only one option, and that's to get to M7. If I get to M7, the only thing that can shoot them is the guy in 08. If I shoot, it's possible that something bad could happen. Unlikely, but it's possible. Oh, shoot. I wasn't counting the wall on that one. Because that should have had a +1. Which means that instead of... Was it a 5 on 4? Because I think I did down 1 instead of +1. If that's a +1, that's a 6 on 4, which is a normal. So they would have both passed it. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. So, I then rolled a 6. They wouldn't have been pinned. I also counted the IFT wrong, but it would have been a 6 on 7. It would have been a 7 on 6. Or, sorry, it would have been a 7 on 7. Because these guys wouldn't have been pinned, so they would be doubled halved to 7. And then it's a +1 for the building. So it's a 7 on 7, which is a normal morale check. They took a pintash check, which didn't change. So I don't have to do any extra rolls. Okay, but what that does mean is I would have been able to advance here into the building. Ambush, Germans, they have it down 2, and then, so no ambush. 1-1 down 2, and 1-1 flat. Alright, well, that isn't game still. I forgot about the wall. Now I feel kind of dumb. Okay, well, that doesn't... So, it's still a potential victory for the Polish. So, guy in Q9 is going to dash to O10. He's got to go through P9. So, this is a 1 down 2 firepower. That is a 5. You pintash check? I don't want to look. They are fine. And that is game. Because now there's nothing for these guys to do. I can't... There's no way for me to beat an O10. And then defensive, there's nothing... Like, I can't... I would not have been able to shoot there, even if like the wall blocks it. Even if the building didn't block it, the wall would block it. So there's nothing I can do on that standpoint. And they can't shoot out of the building. I guess in a way, like, it might have made more sense for the guys in P7 to advance into 08, but yeah, I was hoping at least a bad roll or something so that the CC would last, and then they couldn't move. And being stuck in Q9, they're out of range. But yeah, if the Polish victory, but honestly, if the Poles just hadn't rolled super well in CC, it's really, I think what it came down to is just all the really good rolls for them in that phase. Or set of phases, but whatever. Yeah, all right. Well, that turned out to be a lot bloodier than I expected. And yeah, I definitely think that either the way to balance this one, I don't think it's, well, maybe it's giving them an extra turn. I was really close. I could see an extra turn. Okay, let's say I do an extra turn. So these guys are here. They're there in the rat phase. I don't really want to advance with them. They can stay there. Let's see if we can recover this. Let's see if there's anything that can be done here. So whether nothing changes, prep fire, nothing for me to shoot. Half squad in 08 is going to, I mean, I could try to self rally, I guess. No, cool. So half squad in O8 is going to dash to N9 through N8. I might as well do that same thing. 2 down 2. 6 on 2 might be a pin test check. Yeah, it's pin test check. Pin test check. They're fine. So we'll get in here. There is a 1 residual. And then these guys basically have to like throw themselves at this and hope that it works. I guess technically I can move them separately or whatever, but that seems kind of silly, all things told. So we'll go here for 2 and then 3. 4, 4 up 1, because they'll have the wall. Because if you don't have, if you're not using wall advantage, they get the wall. As far as I remember. So it was an 8. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. Defensive fire, they've already shot. Advancing fire phase, I mean, 7 up 1? No. Routes, there's none, really. Advances, huzzah. Now, the gross thing here is that there is always a possibility that these guys come back. So I can't actually, I don't feel confident dedicating this guy to there. So I have to have a unit in M9. What could this guy do if he rallies? 1, CX. Oh, he's green. Shit. If this guy CX, rallies, CXs. There's not really 1.5, 3, 4.5. Nah, there's no way to really get out of it. So I might as well just do that. Yeah, alright. CC, ambush, Germans, Polish. There has not been a single ambush. 1-1 down 2 for the Germans. 1-1, no. So this guy gets eliminated. Right. Take off residual, because I'm a dork. We go to turn 8 for Polish. Weather, no change. Self-rally, alright, that would be game. So if I do the balance the Germans won in this case, I think it still comes down to specifically to the CC going extremely well for the Polish. And not necessarily that they need to do really well, because if they just scuffed all their rolls, they'd just still be in CC, which isn't technically the worst thing possible. But the Polish were essentially riding out a lot of CCs with singular squads. I think what really killed them was these guys having to move, and whoever and just like when they broke was the kind of the crappier times for them to break. ELRs kind of also really threw a wrench in the plan. Also, can't forget the 2 guys that went berserk. If it wasn't for the berserks, that would also it was 2 guys. Anyways, if it wasn't for the berserks, that is really what took away firepower, because the one good leader they had was the one that berserked and kind of ran and screwed things up. Yeah. So, anyways, that is that is a bloody harvest, which I guess is technically true. I still kind of wish that killing was possible, but yeah, we're just gonna have to. I think this is a success. I think I'll list this as a German victory. Granted, also mentioning that they got the balance, because I think it's sensible to give them the balance, especially since they do not have the record on this one. I think they're almost half. It's really bad for them. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Should be a solo day on Saturday, so hopefully we'll have one with a little bit more planning behind it. Should have a game with Rob next week. Fingers crossed that is true. I look forward to it, that's for sure. I've been looking forward to it for a while, so yeah, anyways, should be fun. I hope to see people on Saturday and again on Monday. Until then, have a lovely week. Bye.